in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the Square Cake birthday pop-up card. And this is what it looks like finished. So the first thing you want to do is go to my website, www.creativepopupcards.com, and download the template. Use the template to cut out this the inside of the card, and this is what you see already. Now the first step after you cut out the card is to fold all the scored areas, and you can see what I'm doing now is making sure that those folds are very loose. You want these very loose so that when you open the card it opens up as flat as possible. So if it has any tension, if those scored areas are not very loose, then the cake is going to tend to buckle upwards, or it's not going to lie very flat. So you want to bend those pieces back and forth several times to make sure that it's very loose. You could also see earlier, if you've noticed, I've already folded the two flaps down on the candles of the cake. Okay, and the next step is to glue the candles down, and I used a pencil to help identify where you want to glue those two tabs. It's a little hard to see in this video, but once you cut out the template, you'll see those two little markings, and you want to glue those the edge of the fold, that crease, at the point where the line is. I'm using Elmer's glue here again, so just glue that down, make it as straight as possible. And be sure to insert the candles into the holes first. If you do that, if you forget to do that, then it's going to be hard to put all the candles through those holes after you glue it down. So after you glue it down, then the next step is to assemble the pieces together. And I made these little tabs here where you could slide the two pieces, the two flaps together, match the slots, and make sure those two slots are aligned correctly. Then make sure that the entire card folds correctly and folds flat, and then you want to attach the sides together also. So the sides have slits that you could fold over and match those two slits together like so. Okay, now the bulk of the card is pretty much finished. Fold it flat, make sure it folds well, and it looks pretty good. And the next step is to make the backing of the card. In the spirit of St. Patrick's Day, which is tomorrow, I'm using a green colored cardstock. Now I want to cut two pieces which are 6 3/8 by 4 5/8 of an inch. And I made those a little bit smaller than the size of a standard envelope, invitation envelope, so it could fit inside. So after you cut those two cards out, you want to glue those two card backings to the center of your card, the center white cardstock. And I'm using Elmer's glue to glue the critical part, which is right underneath the cake. That section is going to be the part that pulls the cake flat. So make sure that's glued pretty well with Elmer's glue. Then the rest of the card, I used a glue stick. Make sure you align the creased edge with the card, and then do the same thing with the other half, using a little bit of Elmer's glue right underneath the cake. So making sure that glues very well, and then I use a glue stick for the rest of the card. The glue stick will prevent the card from wrinkling too much. If you use a lot of Elmer's glue, then you'll see the card will wrinkle. So I'm going to align the two green backings together, and then press down firmly on the rest of the card, and there you have it. So it's pretty much done, and this is what the card looks like. And thanks for watching my videos. This is creativepopupcards.com. Thanks.